everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We are the Mighty Guru Yogurt. Oh yes, we are. There's no argument. Well, here's funny. Been meaning to go to the Lift Valley to do some filming for ages and ages. It had gotten to the point where every time I said to the Murgatroyd in the morning, I'm going to the Lift Valley today, perhaps, she would laugh at me. She thought it was never going to happen. It just happened. However, battery ran out halfway through the Lift Valley. I'll have to go back at another time. It really is worth further investigation. I had some fabulous one-liners, none of which were recorded, so they're going to get rehashed next time. I'm currently just on the outside of Windermere. I'm heading for Ambleside, and then I'm heading for home. I would just go back and do Lift Valley again, but I don't really have time. I have to be home by around about 4 o'clock. I've got to get the Murgatroyd's motorcycle out of the garage for when she gets home from work, at which point we're going out for an evening ride together. How lovely. Yes, always a nice thing. Anyway, we'll see what happens on the way home. Well now, riding through the Lift Valley was delightful, and I really will go back, maybe even tomorrow. It is certainly worthy of further exploration. And as I dropped down the other side of Lift Valley into Windermere, it was absolutely rammed. It is, of course, the height of the tourist season here in the Lake District, and thousands of people with no imagination had descended on Windermere. And I had a number of amusing and disparaging things to say about that, none of which were recorded. Now here's the problem. I bought some DJI camera batteries that weren't actually DJI camera batteries. They were considerably cheaper. Now, whilst it's true to say that they work absolutely fine and do in fact appear to last for just as long as the genuine DJI ones, something strange happens when you put them in. And whereas with the authentic DJI batteries you get your little battery display, you don't get that with the fake ones, and that creates a problem, which is that you never quite know how much battery life you have left. And whilst it's true that today is the first time I've experienced the practical problems created by that, it's good to know that it's there, of course. I have to say I'm quite sad that when I thought I was recording for the last 20 minutes, I actually wasn't. So maybe I just need to throw them away and get some proper ones. Here we are then, riding up the eastern side of Windermere. And I would imagine that Ambleside is going to be just as busy as Windermere. Here we are then, entering Ambleside. Now, I could have turned left there and avoided the town centre. However, I've done about 80 miles today and I'm going to fill up with petrol here in Ambleside. Well, it's actually not as busy as I thought it might be. But it's still way too many people for me. Tell you what, I'm not paying £1.35 because I know it's cheaper in Coniston. Or it was yesterday anyway. Of course, you don't know so much these days. There's a bit of instability in the oil market because, you know, bombs and stuff. In any event, I've got enough to get to Coniston. It's 2:15. I've got a little bit of time to play with. So I think that I will go for a little ride down the Langdale Valley. Yes, and that will be tomorrow's film. And so, all that remains for now is to say thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. A warm welcome to all of my new subscribers. There is, as I always say, a whole lot more to come. And I hope you've enjoyed watching this little film as much as I have enjoyed making it. See you soon.